Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes the Week. You can support this channel through PayPal and Subscribe Star links that are found below. As my YouTube channel has been demonetized, and I don't know how long I can keep making this series. Any and all donations are helpful. Nothing is too big or too small. Also, before I get on with the memes, first a word from today's sponsor. His channel is for MGTOW men looking for philosophy and purpose in today's society. The number one question guys ask me is, how do I find meaning and purpose in life? And Haken has you covered with politics and current affairs, mixed in from a male perspective. Visit his YouTube channel and see for yourself. Sponsor link is down below. Now on with the memes. Number one is a young guy and girl hanging out, and she asks him to tell her about himself. He says he's poor and then she ends up leaving. But this is an incel myth because when men and women are this early in their early 20s, women typically focus more on a man's looks and future earnings potential instead of the current earnings. Up to the age of 25, most women are more concerned with riding hot guys on the Rooster roller coaster instead of just settling down. Moving on, if you had a time machine, would you go back to 2005 and smash Anne Hathaway? This woman was apparently discovered on her way to work one day. Of course, many guys will say, I would never use my wood on her. Not then, not never. As for myself, I definitely would. Number 3, we have Dr. Charlotte Proudman showing us what she would do if she were a man. She would man-sit, of course. But if she was really a man, then she would be expected to give up her seat, or seats in this case, if the train was crowded and a pregnant woman wanted to sit down, or even an elderly one. Also, if there was danger and someone was being attacked on public transit, she might be called to help out. Clearly, this is done for controversy and attention, and nothing more. Up next, we see the Denver Nuggets mascot makes more money than the highest-paid WNBA player. Yet women that play basketball and soccer want the equal pay that men have. She should go off and try and become a mascot for the NBA and earn more money that way. But it's not just about money. It's also about attention. I'm also pretty sure that mascot can win against an entire team of WNBA players. Number 5, Antifa announces that they'll destroy the racist Hells Angels. If this happens, they should put it up on pay-per-view and will make a killing both literally and figuratively. I don't know about you, but I'm rooting for the Hells Angels at this case. Some wokey in my comment section says that Antifa defeated Germany in the WW2 battle, and that the US military fought alongside anti-fascist forces, and that a bunch of lard-ass bikers will not be a problem. If a Hells Angel is listening to this, that guy's name is Alan W. Anderson, and he commented under this image on my Twitter account, so go deal with it. Moving on, we have a trad wife before and after she got married. She's that big after only 7 years of marriage. This was seen 2.5 million times on my Twitter accounts. There were women white knighting for her saying that she lost some of that weight. So this is old news. And it's not fair that I posted this because the skinny picture of the mystery lady is from when she was a teenager. I still say the husband got scammed. Number 7, we have a woman named Bizlet saying that Salma Hayek has destroyed the wall at the age of 56. The wall eventually comes from them all. Salma can afford plastic surgery, a professional makeup artist, and probably had a nanny to help raise her kids. She's the exception and not the rule, and will probably age off a cliff in a few years. If women want to prolong hitting the wall, then they just need to avoid getting fat and not cut their hair short and stay physically active. But again, the wall does come for them all. Up next, we have the janitor from the film The Breakfast Club. He was shown as a loser janitor back in the day, but today's position has solid job security, government benefits, and the only job in school that doesn't require speaking to a woke women. The same kids that made fun of guys like this in high school, many probably have crushing student debt and are now working at Starbucks. Number 9, we have a woman that married the Eiffel Tower, and then she got divorced and has now fallen in love with a fence. Why is it always the unattractive ones that end up marrying the landmarks? This is such a beautiful love story, and this is what happens when women are starved for attention and willing to do whatever they can do to get it. The mental illness will only get worse over time. Moving on is what looks like another Adam22 meme, where he likes watching videos where his wife is getting smashed by other dudes. Didn't he see what happened to good old Jack the Cuck Murphy's career after he said the exact same thing? This sort of cuck comedy was once funny, but these days it's just marketing to black men that they should play the part of Tyrone, and some weak white man will hand off his woman so that she can get boned. Number 11 is the difference between guys and girls in ancient Greece. The girls would just look around and admire all that beauty, not realizing it's because the patriarchy made it that way. Guys in ancient Greece, on the other hand, would be trying to get their gonads into a gorgon, trying to get some of that Medusa pussy or Medusi. Of course, just like women, human or otherwise, she would probably make men wait. Number 12, we have Britney Spears trying to burn the coal by tapping on this basketball player's Victor's shoulder when suddenly his security backhanded her in the face. She's even filed a police report. If she was any other woman, the police would have ignored her. But his security just saw another crazy fan. Pretty much the same way that Al Bundy character Ed O'Neill saw a crazy fan when she asked him for a photo. And he had no idea who she was, and then people messaged her about it all on the plane. Up next is a meme saying, that part about growing up is realizing that your mom is meant to divorce your dad in order to find her true soulmate. Let's not forget she probably doesn't think about the consequences to the kids. Anne Marie, a feminist, says that this is a disgusting take on my part and is abuse of the soulmate theory. Not sure if that's a joke or if she's actually being serious. Number 14, we have a case of naughty nostalgia. They still might manage to keep the walls somewhat at bay with fillers and Photoshop. But it does make you wonder why they didn't invite Yasmin Bleeth to join them. Oh, that's right, because she's become unrecognizable even though she's only a couple years older than them. But I'm sure that someone out there, somewhere, is still interested in all three of these grannies. Moving on, we have Canada's finance minister with the slogan saying that she's making life more affordable. Meanwhile, all the prices in the shop have been taken down because they're probably super high. Also, who does this in a Rabba food market, which is one of the most expensive food stores in Canada? This woman, Freeland, created the inflation, and now she's trying to help by sending everyone grocery rebate checks, which will just raise food prices further thanks to inflation. This is Justin Trudeau's right-hand wench. Number 16, we have a black woman saying that black women have a special elegant magic to them, and that people are blind to their truth and elite worth. The magic they possess is probably all about making those fathers disappear. Her choice of words is awful because black magic is associated with witchcraft. This is just a case of women trying to turn themselves mystical to make themselves sound better than they really are. Up next is a woman in her 40s that goes to Walt Disney World all alone, at least once a month. I guess she needs to go there more to melt those fat Oprah arms off her arse. I go on vacations all alone and you don't see me getting an article written up about it. She's just looking for a man that's a Disney nerd, and this is her way to play female chameleon, and she probably paid the paper to write this story about her in the first place. Number 18 is Doja Cat. She's a black woman that looks white in this photo for some reason. Maybe it's the blonde hair and the American flag bikini designed to make her look like a conservative girl. She's trying to cater to a white male audience, it seems. The dog is also the type that a man would own. Plus, what's up with those cowboy booties? It's as if she's trying to appeal to men in middle America or something. Moving on, we have another case of how Taylor Swift is adding 14 new shows to her tour. Justin Trudeau gets all tacky and he says, "Hi, it's me." And he knows places in Canada for her to go on tour. He tells her not to make it another cruel summer, and says that we hope to see you soon. Our Prime Minister seems to be publicly simping as a fanboy, and probably trying to get free concert tickets if she comes to Canada, no doubt. Up next is another oldie but a goodie. Women know their past matters with their ability to bond with the men that they're currently with, but they don't want us to know that. Why do I think about Adam 22 when I see this image? Funny enough, I was once the blue-pilled simp in this picture, thinking that their past never mattered. I never realized that she wasted all of her bonding connections boning Tyrone, and when she got together with me, she had to make it all up. That's the danger. Number 21, I asked the question whether or not you want the Vogue model on the left or a random grunge girl on the right. One guy says so long as the grunge girl takes a shower and doesn't have an STD, he'll take her. But we all know that most manlet simps would take the supposed model on the left and fall in love with her. The right answer is neither, because the grunge girl probably has a body count of 100 and is going to college for her feminism degree. Moving on, we have Heather Locklear falling off the wagon and hitting the wall in the process. I guess the cocaine is a hell of a drug. Here's what she used to look like, bada boom bada bing. I'm glad she found something today to be just as happy about as when she was a lot younger. With a lot of money and no man to ground them, many women go crazy if they're left to their own devices. Number 23, we have another entry in the Vogue model category. Except this time I asked you, would you rather have a random chicken instead? Which way, men? Most of you guys said the chicken because at least you can get some eggs that way. Zendaya is only useful when she has her makeup applied and 20 pounds worth of it on her face. But a chicken is useful regardless. Plus, I think I prefer the taste of chicken instead of tuna. If you choose the one on the left, then you're going to get cucked. Up next, which one would you prefer, 56-year-old Helma Sayek or 61-year-old Heather Locklear? Remember that the paler they are, the worse they age. Selma's definitely aged a lot better, and also at least she hasn't lost her mind. But I still prefer that damn chicken. Latinas typically age off a cliff in their mid-60s. I'm blessed. It's a blessing that eventually turns into a curse. Plus, I also heard there's a new model on the market. Number 25 in this week's last one is Sandra Bullock, missing her fertility window and then adopting a black son. Boy, doesn't that son just look so happy here. Also looks to me like she stole that baby from Kings. She also adopted a second one, and she joins the ranks of virtue-signaling women like Charlize Theron trying to save all of Africa. I'm just waiting for the day when a Doja Cat adopts a white baby to complete her white conservative woman look. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Remember that I make these for free, so donate at the PayPal and Subscribe Star links below if you enjoy this content. I'm counting on you guys, so don't let me down. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.